start now. 3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us?
Putting a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Good evening, travelers.
I saw that hesitation like you were afraid it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'm like, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? In just a minute, we're going to bring our guest on. We've had a little bit of technical difficulties with the upgrade.
Well,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be technology if they didn't push an upgrade, didn't tell you what they were upgrading, and then it broke for a minute or two. It's normal.
It's true. It's damn true. So, travelers and those like, welcome to the Orion Effect. Right now, I am going to put in the link for you guys in Facebook. That way we can see you. Please put in your link and your name. Follow it as needed, please. I see we already have some wonderful people pop in. Our brother Keith is in the house. Look at that,
Yep.
Rhonda. And who else? What
We
do
got
we got?
Renee Cody, who says she's back from the dead. I was wondering where old Renee ran off to.
I know. Where did she go? Where did you go?
And we've got Miss Judy Atkins with a hello, Mama Judy, and Miss Kim Sage. And
Hello.
Raven has joined us.
Caw-caw.
Everybody's hopping on.
Very cool. Very cool. And thank y'all. Thank you all. And thank you, everybody. Oh, hey, Beth. How are you? My goodness, it's been a long time. Beth Daring in the house, psychic medium. Good to see you, Beth, again. We have a wonderful show. First, let me introduce myself. I am the quintessential cosmic surfer of social media. I am the Hitman.
And I am Rhonda Harris Dowdy.
The woman with the plan that keeps the insanity in check.
I don't know. It feels like I've been pretty insane myself here recently, but you know what? All's coming back to normal here in the next probably 2 weeks or so. So I'll be glad to be out of project management chaos. So
Right. Exactly.
yes.
Replying to Susan sounded Southern. Oh my goodness. We have a great show for you guys tonight. We really do. And we want to thank you for everybody that's tuning in. Yet on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Hello. I know there's some people out there going, where were you? I'm sure their notifications kind of went wacky. I know my brother's probably getting ready to send me a text going, what the hell's going on? Like, we're here. We're YouTube live. I know we've got about 5 or 6 followers on YouTube. They probably, they're just getting their notifications now. So we know they'll be arriving. So if you're tuning in now, welcome. If you are tuning into the archive later, we thank you and welcome to the Orion Effect, where we give you the key to open your mind into the future, as we are doing right now. It's all about the paranormal, supernatural, and the spiritual. You're at the home of the R.I.F.T, baby. Woo!
The RNN.
The RNN. We are now the R.I.F.T Nation Network, and pleased to be moving forward. Look at us. So without further ado, we're going to bring on our guest in just a second. Many of you if you have been following this show for the many years you have, the gentleman we're about to bring on now has been a guest on this show 3 times. He is from Ohio. He is the founder and creator of NPS, Newark Paranormal Society. Amazing background. He has a lot of good workings with Brian Eno and several of them. So right now it is, let us go ahead and bring Joe on, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Campbell of NPS in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Howie Odell.
What's going on?
What's going on, brother? Hi, Rhonda.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good.
We're doing good here, man. Except for the technical hillbilly hiccup.
It wouldn't be technology without problems.
Absolutely.
That's usually how we roll. And we've had a perfect, ever since, hey, my brother's finally here. Ever since we started this platform, we have been spotless, dude. Pick it tonight, of course.
Hey, Howie, it always happens to me for some reason. I don't understand why.
Caw-caw! You're a damn raven. You're a crow, dude. You come in and settle. What are you doing, man? You're bringing your magic.
Well, I'm at Fairfield Infirmary right now. We're about to do an investigation tonight out here in Lancaster, Ohio.
Okay.
We got a bunch of investigators out here. It's a total possibly 10, and we're going to investigate this place. I've already been here like 3 different times, but it's always nice to go back and see what else you can get. You know, it's got a morgue in the basement, and it's got many, many rooms. It used to be an old poorhouse back in the old days, where the poor people would come and stay. The crazies would be here, different things like that, and people died here. So they would put them in the basement in the morgue, which they actually still have the tubs where they put the dead bodies in to drain their bodily fluids out.
Oh, wow.
And they have an autopsy table in the back
Okay.
with coolers.
Coolers. Gotta keep that body cool.
Yeah. They actually put the food and the dead bodies in together at one point in time. Yes.
No way. Are
Yes,
you
sir.
serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
Well, that sounds like you got your hands full tonight.
I hope so. I mean, we'll see what we can get. I mean, Christy Tibbetts, she invited me and my partner Bill Squires to come out and investigate with us tonight, and that's what we're doing.
Very cool. So, since you were on last, let's do this first. Get out there. Let's promote you a little bit. Where exactly are you in Ohio? How can people reach you? How did you get NPS started?
Well, I live in Buckeye Lake, Ohio now, but I started this group when I was living in Newark, Ohio, and basically I hit the road for God knows how long, since 2015. That's when I started this, and of course I had a revolving door of investigators, like everybody usually does.
Yeah.
So I finally found a partner, which is standing there looking at me right now, looking kind of strange, but
we got to investigate.
yeah, right. So I basically hit the road and went to every like well-known haunted place, or even a place that you didn't even know that was haunted or had activity. So luckily, you know, things started coming up. People wanted to talk to me. People wanted to do things with me, and I'm lucky. So.
Yeah, I had said something in the beginning about you hooking up with Brian Eno and y'all you did some good investigation and research with Brian too, right? In the past.
Yeah, that had a lot to do with Beth Deering. I think she's watching right now.
Yeah, Miss Beth is on.
Right. That had a lot to do with Beth Deering, and we basically did a class at Poasttown Elementary School where we just showed people how to investigate, what to do and not to do, different things like that, and show them our style and his style and what she does and things like that. So yeah.
So you said when you first started out, you went to locations that were haunted and not known to be haunted. So how did you pick your places that weren't known to be haunted? Did you just go to historical areas, or did you just find houses that looked old, or what did you do?
Well, what we did is like we hit the road. We went to like nursing home, like closed down nursing homes and things like that, and went into places that you weren't sure if there was anything in these places. You just don't know. It's pretty much just, when you go investigate, you're not sure if you're going to get anything or not.
Did you find that most of them you found and stuff? In most of them you
say
find,
again?
in most of those, did you get some sort of activity?
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, it was pretty much, we try to get into the hot spot areas around Ohio and stuff. And so basically we did tire shops. We did all kinds of different places, like regular shops and whatnot. And they said, well, there's something going on here. I'm not sure what's going on. And we would go in there and we would pull evidence out of there. So I've been lucky. I mean, so EVPs, REM pod hits, whatever. There's sometimes when we go into places we didn't get anything.
Right. That's really interesting now that you're bringing out the fact that businesses, it's intriguing to me, although it's legit. I mean, it should be, because that's where a lot of energy, positive and negative, derives from, if you will. So we're like, wow, there's been a lot of change in the paranormal in the last 10 years. And I think I've been saying this a lot more here of late, is the paranormal, what we thought we knew, we don't know anything about the paranormal.
Right.
Would you agree with that statement?
Oh, you learn every day. It's you don't know where all this comes from, where you get if you're in a room by yourself and you get an EVP, you don't know where it comes from. I mean, it's just you have no clue. I totally agree.
What do you think that premises is? What do we need to do, in your opinion, to try to get a more of a solid understanding of what's happening? Have you tried anything new? Have you thought about it? Should we trying something new to do it? Because let's face it, I mean, we got, I got Rhonda on my team now. She's also FPRI, and she's a medium. You got to remember the day. Remember, it was the day that mediums and psychics weren't allowed to be on a team. That's all changed. So
right. Yeah, well, there's a lot of times where you try to do different things, like you try to find period music from that time, different things like that, and try to get some sort of reaction out of stuff, which I have done in the past, which I have played music through a whole mansion or a house or whatever, and the place comes alive. Why it does that, I haven't got a clue why, but they are reacting to what they knew in the past.
Are you thinking we're dealing more with dimensional now?
Say again?
You think we're dealing more with dimensional now?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And that never went away from me, that it's not dimensional. I never thought, I always thought it was dimensional. There's a reason why that this is happening. And I believe you can call these spirits or whatever you want to call them to interact with you. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Rhonda, what do you think about that?
I kind of tend to agree with Joe on that. I mean, I think I guess that goes back to, we don't know. When we call in and we say, can somebody hear me, or is there anybody that wants to talk to us? We don't know where they're coming from at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is it somebody, is a spirit right next to you? Did they cross some realm? Don't know.
Right. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of times, as you know, Howie, there's times when you do an EVP session and you get something over your recorder, and sometimes over the recorder it sounds like it's far away, and other times it sounds like it's close. So you could kind of determine if that entity is close to you or farther away in a different room or somewhere else. So there's a lot of times I get EVPs where it's hard to tell what they're saying. Other times, when they're right up next to you, they like scream right over the recorder.
And I
So
swear,
you know they're close to you.
And a lot of times it sounds like they're talking amongst themselves. That's what I've been thinking a lot, Lisa. It sounds like they're having conversations amongst themselves, sometimes more than even responding to us.
Right. There's a lot of times that does happen. And there's a lot of times that I've been lucky. For some reason, I could talk to these entities or whatever, and they respond to what I say. Luckily, like I just did a house. Me and my partner just did a house not too long ago, and she had some stuff going on, and she had like this blue thing like get on top of her, and she swatted at it, and she said, I need you guys to come out and check this out. So while I was in her bedroom asking questions, the only words that I really understood was, I actually know her. So I kept listening. And when I was asking questions, she was coming back at me with answers or whatever she was doing, but I couldn't understand what she says because it was so low, or you couldn't understand what she was saying. And then all of a sudden it said, that's my mom. So she had a daughter that died like 7 years ago.
Wow.
And I never knew her name or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat in the living room. I was like, listen, I said, we're not here to hurt your mother. We're here to get answers why something's here. We don't know who you are, whatever. So we're here to help her. And it said, thank you. So they do respond to you, but yes, I agree. I mean, they do talk to each other a lot. And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm going to do this. So, there's a couple of people that would know. I'm about to do something that's usually a no-no, but pal, here we are. We're going to do a shameless plug there. I'm at the cabin on 360 in historic Mechanicsville Turnpike in Virginia. All right, Joe, you got to get down here, bro. That's all I'm saying. We got to set you up down here. This place is highly active. It's this cabin. It's the rancher next door. I caught that. We've got 7 acres of battlefield behind us.
Oh.
And as you're aware, there have been times on this show where they have communicated one-on-one, and we encourage it. But I don't go, hey, I need y'all to talk. They pipe in when they want to. And I think that's really cool. So if using this as a tool, and you guys are using EVPs, et cetera, as a tool, that means there's an endless amount of possibilities. Now.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Actually, something happened on your show last time I was on. You guys got an EVP, or you audibly heard something coming from another room.
The audible. Yeah, we had the audible.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Rhonda, I think that was the time where you heard, or we both heard them walking in the bottom
Yeah.
kitchen area. Yeah. And that's really cool when they can interact.
Yeah.
Now we look at separations. Now we don't have a lot of time on this show. That's something Ron and I are probably going to have to discuss about this. We got to make a conscious decision because I wanted to do it a shorter show so we're not burned out. But you know what? We don't have the girth in an hour that we had in 2 hours. I don't know.
Maybe we go to an hour and a half.
Maybe we should
Right the
go to
middle.
an hour. You know, right down the middle.
Yeah.
But we did want to talk about other things, not just, you know, paranormal related or paranormal things. We want to make sure you're heard and what's going on with you, because it has been a while since you were on. Last year. So since you were on last, Joe, and for travelers and those like, please forgive us. We're trying to drab everything into 1 hour. So because me and Joe can talk all night long.
All night long.
Without a shadow of a doubt. So what's been going on since we talked last, man? You've really been pulling it out there. So I heard you moved. What other great things have been going on, man?
Well, I've been where I'm at for about 6 years now. So where I live at, but basically we've done public ghost hunts. We've done we went to Kentucky to the Benton Farms last year, back in November. We got some strange stuff in there. I mean, no plumbing, no running water, no bathrooms, no, you name it, man. We went rough down there.
We're camping, paracamping.
Right. So, you know, we've done all kinds of things. I mean, it's like public ghost hunts. Actually, we got, I don't know if you know who Todd Reed is.
Yeah. Todd
Reed, he did the horror stuff for Disney, Cedar Point, Kings Island, different things like that. And we got invited to come out and check out the old Westinghouse building out there not too long ago, a couple months ago.
Nice.
Yeah, about a month ago. And he wants to do a paranormal, he wants to have teams come in and investigate the place. He wants to have a school out there for all kinds of different things. It's 5 floors of nothing but offices and a warehouse. And so me and my partner Bill was in there not too long ago, along with Beth Deering. And basically we got EVPs in there. And he's got his own film crew. And he's now calling this place Hunger Holler Farms, which he's turned it into a place where you can go and basically it's like a haunted attraction where it's like a haunted house kind of thing. But he wants to turn it into more to what he has going on. So I don't know when he got the building or not, but we got invited to come and meet Todd Reed and hopefully work with him here pretty soon on this, you know, on this paranormal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. And let's see what else. I'm trying to think back. The Gill House is always a good place to go to. I mean, we help them out. They're a small town in Galion, Ohio, where we go and do public ghost hunts and different things. We do that maybe 2-3 times a year. We've done that. So we've been, oh man, I'm trying to think now, Howie. Jesus. But during the wintertime, we kind of we slowed down a little bit during the wintertime. But we did the Gamble House not too long ago. And maybe it was last summer. I don't know if I told you about that or not.
No, what happened?
Well, we went in there, and so we went to the Gamble house in Bladensburg, Ohio, I believe. And so this guy has succubuses in there.
Oh,
So we went in there, and as we were sitting in the living room talking, I had got an EVP over my camera that said, "My daughter's sexy." Yeah, so it was pretty.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was. You're kind of like, wow, okay. He's got something in his house that he invites in, and he accepts it, and he likes it being there.
Wow.
So apparently, if women go in there, they could be attacked by these, I guess, demons or whatever they're supposed to be. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be.
Right, depending on terminology. Yeah, I gotcha.
So my decision was, listen, I'm going to put my home base out in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
So we can only bring in a few at a time, so they don't feel threatened
Mm-hmm.
that these women are trying to take over the house or him. So that's what we did. Nobody got followed home. Everything was good. You got to think when you do things. You know what I mean? So that's what we did. And it turned out pretty good. Like my partner, Bill, he seen a shadow by the stairs. And he was like, oh, my God. But we had a Ovilus 5 sitting on the table, and we were doing like this little game where you have to find this key in this quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we did. We went by what the Ovilus was telling us. So what the Ovilus was telling us, we had to go through what it was saying. And then, so when it gave us like clues where to find this, it was trying to direct us towards the kitchen, all kinds of different things. Because like our millimeter went off in the kitchen. It's not in the kitchen.
Right.
So he let us know that it's not in the kitchen. But whatever was there was playing with us to go that way. And we didn't do it. So of course my partner Bill, he found out where it is, and only through the clues through the Ovilus.
Yeah.
Which is the actual Ovilus. It's not a phone Ovilus or anything like that. This is a piece of device, ITC device.
Right. The original.
Right.
Gotcha. That's pretty intense. Beth actually brings up Duncan Theater.
Oh, that's right. Duncan Theater. We went through there, and the Duncan Theater, the place has never been investigated before. And Beth said, hey, you guys come to Duncan Theater and investigate this place for about, I think it was like 2 hours, 3 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we're hooking up with a podcast group. They're called the Shit Show Podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the name.
Hey,
Yeah.
teach their
So
own.
they were all about it. They bought all kinds of camera equipment, all kinds of stuff, and came out there. And one of them did. One of them came out, and the other one had to work. But he came out, and he was amazed of what he heard and seen, and he couldn't believe it. So we did a public ghost hunt out there. I don't know, a couple weeks later, month later or something like that. We had about 10, 15 people out there, I think. And they had a good time. Come to find out, we believe that the former owners, Joe, which was a female at that time, and Bill, which is a male, I guess they were partners or they were married. I'm not sure what they were, but we got through to talk to them. they said like the movies start at 7, and if you look at the poster back from the old days, it said the poster starts or the movie starts at 7 o'clock at night.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
That's good validation.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So we brought them through there. We're going to work with these guys more and more here pretty soon. I know they're itching for it. They're really itching to do things with us, and they've never done what we've done ever.
Okay. So
If we can get them interested in the paranormal like how we are, and we love the business or the hobby, then why can't, we want to put somebody else out there to try to do the same.
Right.
I mean, try to get everybody, educated on what we do.
Yeah. And I think you're taking, you're taking two different styles and bringing them together and maybe able to work something new with that. I think that's a great opportunity. I really do.
Absolutely. I mean, they'll talk about anything or whatever, but if you listen to episode 5 on their podcast, Matt, he'll talk about his adventure to the theater and what he heard and what he's seen with the SLS camera and different things like that. He was mind blown.
Yeah. And that's good because now you're getting exposure on a, that level. Beth's also saying the Midlands Theater, so she want to bring that up. The Midlands.
Say again?
The Midlands Theater.
Yeah, the Midland Theater. Midland Theater. We took a tour through there. A lot of people hadn't been able to get in there. I know it's been investigated. I don't know how long ago, but it has been many, many years ago. And so I'm on this treasure hunter thing, and they posted a picture of, they say there was a woman standing at the top of the stairs with a hat on, and it was an old black and white picture.
Okay.
So I said, hey, Midland Theater. I said, let us in there. We want to see if we can get anything in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a representative from the Midland Theater message me, said, come on down.
There you go.
So I got a hold of them. I said, when do you want me to come out?
Yeah.
And they gave me a date to come out, and I came out, and we went in there, and we got some EVPs in there. So luckily we were sitting in the Midland in the theater part. If you look on our page, which I did a video, and me and Beth was in there, and we walked around with one of the representatives, which was a very nice person. I need to get a hold of them again so we can actually go in and do an investigation of the place. The place has been there, God knows how long. I do not know how long it's been there, but it's been there since early 1900s, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been around for, I believe, over 100 years.
Wow.
So they said, that'd be great. They wanted to, they want us to come back in and do something like that and hook up with them.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's a very historic place out in Newark, Ohio. And so, yeah.
I have a question real quick. Rhonda, did you say wow twice or only once?
Just then?
Yeah.
Once.
I heard it twice.
Talking to you?
Yes.
I heard it twice.
You heard it twice. Thank you.
I heard it twice.
Okay.
Well, look, if that's any indication, Joe, how your night's going to go, we're in good shape. You're going to have fun.
That was pretty awesome. I love this show. I really do. You just don't know what's going to happen on the Orion Effect.
And I love coming on your show, Howie. I love
Dude,
coming on your show.
this is so much fun. I love what we could do.
Yeah,
this.
it's fun. When you come, it's fun, Joe.
We make it special. So, and Beth, I see Beth saying you got an upcoming event going to Miller Manor. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're good. I can't remember the woman's name that owns the Miller Manor, but she had some things happen at the Miller Manor in Mount Vernon, Ohio. So we're going to go through this place and see if there's anything in there, and try to see what was there in the past, and see. It's an old building. I think it was 1850, 58, 59, or 53 or something like that it was built. So we got asked to come out and do some stuff with them also. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
And then we're going to, possibly do a old school investigation where people show up and we'll use like dowsing rods or things like that instead of modern technology. Show them the difference between modern technology and what they used back in the Hans Holzer days. You know what I mean? Where they didn't have the equipment that we have now to make contact with the other side.
More of the spiritualism type material,
Yes.
divination tools, stuff like that. That's her stuff.
Dowsing rods, pendulums, tarot cards, whatever you can get to work.
Right. I've never used a pendulum or done tarot cards before. I've never dabbed in that kind of thing. So like the dowsing rods and things like that kind of intrigues me to see what we can get from dowsing rods. Maybe, like I said before, maybe play some old period music from, depends what year it was.
That's
And
smart.
you know what I mean?
What
Yeah.
I'll say about dowsing rods, and Howie can confirm this, I found that when you've got a skeptic in a group, like some of the groups we've done and we've pulled out the dowsing rods, if you give the dowsing rods to that person and they get activity with the dowsing rods and they know they're not moving it, you're kind of like, you get that light bulb with them and they are kind of like not so skeptical anymore.
And then you see their eyes light up.
Yeah,
and you see
yeah.
them.
Dowsing
I like
rods,
to call it the woo factor. They're like, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the same as like you give somebody a digital voice recorder, turn it on, you leave the room, and they start asking questions. And when they leave the room and you play it back and they know that's their voice, and they get another voice in that room that they've never heard.
Yeah.
And you play it back and it's something saying something to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, wait, nobody was in that room with me. Yeah, I know. So, something was in that room, but it's not physical.
It's really good when you can have the location owner or curator hear that and that look on their face too for the first time. I thought there was something here, but really? And then they're like, whoa, they can hear it. And then the look on their face, they're like, oh my God. Like, yeah, well,
Absolutely.
welcome to
Absolutely.
With that, Beth is just, she's on target. Edison's lab will be reconstructed and attendees will design a primitive piece of equipment and they are encouraged to come dressed in Victorian attire. All right, so I know I got to come up there now. You're right down my alley. Now y'all talking trigger items and what they call method acting. I'm all about it. Heck yeah.
Well, I can't promise it's going to be like the Thomas Edison lab or anything like that, but we'll give it a shot. Because we weren't back back in those days when, you know, you barely had a toilet to piss in. So
You need me to send you a hat?
yeah. But you know, it's like having, like, you know, you put the flour on the floor and see if they get footprints or handprints or something like that. I don't think we're going to do all that though.
My brother's following up and saying he likes to use the pin method. He's using pin, and I think I found a spot. Okay. Dare I ask what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Brothers Odell. Here we go. Poor Rhonda. Poor Rhonda. Yeah, no, dude, I think this is all sounding so awesome. Y'all got so much going on. Are you going to be doing any public events in the future? Where are they going to be taking place?
Yeah, Howie, we're going to, the Gill House wants us to come back out again in August. We haven't set a date yet to do another public investigation. And actually the Miller Manor, that's what that is. It's a public investigation for us to show people what we do and how we do it and what's the right way, not the right way, different things like that. That's what we got coming up here pretty soon. So yeah, we're hoping for a good turnout. That's when I believe it's going to be in July.
Okay. All right. Well,
So
y'all have got it going on, dude. I'm so happy. You know, we're gonna have to have you come back on this year. We got to.
Oh no, absolutely, man. You know, I'll come on your show anytime you want me to, Howie.
We're gonna have it the NPS special. You know, every 3-4 months. Joe's back. Oh, that's it. Joe's back.
Like I said, I've been very fortunate and very lucky, and that's what you get when you have credibility and you make everything genuine. You don't embellish anything. So I look at it.
Well, let me ask you this before we get out of here and we start wrapping this up. And it's amazing how this is the other thing. This hour is too short. Too short. Rhonda.
Hey, you're the one that said, hey, let's do an hour. I say we split it down the middle, hour and a half.
Yep. We're cutting that out. We're going back to yeah, thank you. What, since you have spoke to us last, do you think, or have you had something that's unusual happen that stands out? And how did it affect you comparatively to before?
Oh my God, I've been doing this for a long time. Let me think about that for a second. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, I did. Okay, the time we did the tire shop, I was outside and I was on my computer and a cop comes rolling up. He said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm investigating a tire shop." He said, "For what?" I said, "Well, they say it's haunted." And he didn't believe me, but he found out when he entered that building. I said, "Come here, I'll show you the cameras." So I had a door open on me in the bathroom, just get thrown open. We got that on video. And so I walked through the bay of the garage and he walked behind me. Once he entered the garage, something got thrown from the back and hit metal to metal.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "Who's back there?" I said, "Oh shit, I'm going to jail tonight." And I was like, "Look," I said, "there's nobody back there, man." He looked at it and he turned around and I looked at it and I was like, "Well, where'd he go?" "He's at his car."
Mm-hmm.
I say, "Hey, come on, I need you now."
Yeah.
I was going to use them as bait. Okay, I was.
Yeah, what the hell? Why not? That's what I'm saying.
So he's like, nope. He said, I want nothing to do with that. So come to find out, the former owner of the building, his wife ran off with a Mount Gilead, or she ran off with a Mount Gilead police officer, and
Oh no.
he does not like cops.
Trigger.
Clearly.
That's what I was going to use it for, his trigger object.
Come here. I need you for a second. Come here.
That's what I wanted him for. Absolutely.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I would have loved it. You should have filmed
They didn't bother us again.
it. Damn ghost hunters.
Yeah.
Well, look, brother, we're going to be sliding out here. I know the ending part is going to be popping up in a second. Everybody, travelers, and those alike for tuning in, thank you so much. We're going to be getting some different things going on. We'll have Joe back on, and I think we're going to name it Joe Returns. That's just it. Joe Returns. You know, you're becoming a member. I think you might as well become like a network, you know, part-timer. You know, we got to have Joe.
The Joe
That's
Show.
The Joe Show. Not a bad idea, Joe.
Hey, you know I love you, Howie. I love you too, Rhonda. You're awesome too.
Thank you.
I know she keeps my sanity.
I try. It's a stiff order, but I try.
That's what she
So,
said.
hey, somebody's got to keep him under control, though.
Hey. So, brother, have a safe investigation tonight. Thank you for taking the time to coming out and hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. Rhonda, thank you for being on here with me tonight.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this. Next Sunday is Ladies' Night, and it's going to be all right. It's going to be Ladies' Night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. She takes the helm next Sunday. Her, Joni, and Susan will be getting together. It's all about the ladies next Sunday. So tune in. Who knows what those three will talk about? Travelers, just continue each day. Grow. Become a little bit more. Help somebody. Smile.
Be good humans.
Exactly. Somebody gives you negative. Take it in. Observe it. Turn it into a ball. Make it positive. Give to somebody else. Pay it forward. Let's see what we can do about cutting all this negative out. It needs to stop. It really does, y'all. And travelers, you're so awesome. Make sure to keep your hand out. Get another traveler back on their board. It's all about helping each other. That's what it's about. And until then, I will see y'all in a couple weeks. May virtue be yours. Joe, be careful.
Later on, guys. I love you guys.
Bye. Have a good
Love you
night.
I'll talk to you soon.